make sure you don't fall for the assumption trap. Am I making an assumption? Have I validated it?
Mhm.
Has it been proven? And then taking action on that. That is probably, if I have to look at the failures for most startups, it's because of that. I think that they fail. You
Mhm.
know, I know my target market. I know what I know how to market to them. I know what problem they've got, and particularly people with knowledge in a particular space will just say, "Well, I know this, and I'll just go for it." Or often we are too afraid. I've got this idea, and something inside says we're a little bit afraid to know the truth. It's probably better to go out there, just build it and test it. Whereas it's probably a lot better to test those assumptions.
Totally agree. I mean, I think assumptions is one of the biggest things that stunt people from moving forward. Not only is it assumptions as to something works or doesn't work, but also assuming people don't like them, or assuming that people are dismissing them, or assuming people's feelings and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes it has to do with imposter syndrome as well. How would you guide somebody to overcome those thought processes, like the limiting beliefs, the imposter syndrome, the fear of failure, that type of stuff?
Well, the evidence is there. If you keep trying,
Mm.
you'll see the evidence, and you just keep pushing. It's just iterative, and you give it a go. What have you got to lose? And that's the one advantage of having smaller steps, is that you're not pushing yourself out, you know, in a big flashy way. You just, okay, this worked. I'm going to try this. This worked. I'm going to try this. So it's a smaller step. If you have, like I did in my first startup, spent an entire year building a product, launching it, across 600 stores, and then it fails, that's. Whereas now you just, okay, I'm just going to push this out there. I'm just going to put up this landing page and see if people respond to it. And if they do, yeah, okay, that's great. Let me just email them and see what they think. And then it's just a small iterative step. You're not doing anything big and scary
Yeah,
on that
that's
side.
very, very true. And I think lots of people are scared because like, what if I get bombarded with all these messages and all that kind of stuff? But the truth is, you launch a website and it's like crickets. Nobody knows you're out there. So I usually tell my clients like, don't worry about it. Just put it out there and you wait and you talk about it and you drive traffic through it and all that kind of stuff. But at the very beginning, not much is gonna happen until you actually push it, kind of thing, right? And
You have to
most
keep
people don't know
working.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, and
exactly.
and and the other key thing is absolutely is the other thing is you've got to treat feedback as a gift. The people who all tell you it's lovely and it's amazing, that's great, but you don't learn from that. It's the ones who give you feedback, which can be a bit harsh, and it may not be, whatever channel it comes through, you've got to look at it with open eyes and say, okay, that is what will help me build a better product. And it hurts, it hurts when you've built something you yourself, it's your own idea, you personally attached, and somebody gives it a bit of a critique. But you've got to look at that and go, okay, thank you. I'm going to learn from that and I'm just going to build a better product off it.
And sometimes that's why your role is so important because people come to you and go, "Hey, what do you think?" And with your expertise and your journey, you're able to give them actual like constructive criticism versus some people online who say, "Oh, this is garbage," and then that's all they give you. So,
Yeah, I mean, it's so true. It's sort of human nature, isn't it? I think we give other people advice quite easily,
mhm,
and but yet it's hard to give ourselves advice, isn't it?
exactly.
We're quite good at giving other people advice, but when it's us, we can't see the wood from the trees, and it's very hard for us to see that.
That's awesome. How is
Ooh,
success like salt?
how is success like salt? That's a really good one. Um, yeah, I think what I would say in that one is you just add, taste the food first, see what it's like, add a little bit if it needs some, and if it needs more, just keep adding a little bit of salt.
Mhm.
But the key thing is, don't dump salt on straight away, and just keep adding salt bit by bit, tasting and adding, tasting and adding. I
Uh,
think that's what I would
Success
say.
is all about tweaking and iterating and getting that right amount to become successful.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
So that's how success is like salt.